Hello, all you hardcore boxing fans out there. How you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. We say the things on here nobody dare say. Isn't that right, Puppy Parsons, eh? You've had access all these years, you and Coogan, and you're not asking the proper questions yet again. Right, before we start, before I let rip, I just want to say thank you to all them people that have signed up to Welcome Estates Boxers in Need scheme that they've got going. I think that's fantastic. Gary's put thousands into that. So whatever people put in, he matches. So it's not a scam. If you don't believe me, go speak to Peter Fury. So all right. So thank you to all them people that have signed up. So it just shows you that people have got hearts, doesn't it? So well done, and well done to Gary for standing on as well, because a lot of people in boxing industry, they just talk frank baloney, don't they? Utter baloney. Gonna do this, gonna do that. The note. So, right. Where's the B sample? Krusher Ben and the can man, Dylan White. Where's your B samples, eh? Where are they? Now I want to know this. Is Krusher Ben serving a silent ban? Eh? Is Krusher serving a silent one? If he was, would anybody ask him? Would Coogan ask him? Coogan, would you ask Krusher if he's serving a silent ban on IFL? No, you wouldn't, would you? Not on your Nelly. Nobody's asking the questions, are they? Judge Jordan, is he asking? No. He sits there, don't you, Judge Jordan, on TalkSport, Mr. High and Mighty. You were going to let rip, weren't you, into boxing? Eddie Hills tied you in knots in the 2 interviews you had with him. Tied you in knots. You're scared to death of Bricktop. So what's the point in you working at TalkSport? You're like a chocolate fireguard, mate. You're no good to anybody. And now you're coming out with utter rubbish about if Joshua beats Dubois as a 3-time world champion. That's just about as fake as it gets, isn't it? Well, let's look at Joshua's CV. The strip fury of his belts, didn't they? First one with IBF. Joshua mopped that one up, didn't he, eventually, after that? Who is it? Ended up with it by default. What is all that about? The other belts that they got back, they were vacant, weren't they? Vladimir won. And the other one, the IBO. What was that other one? Parker's one. He fought Ruiz for a vacant one. All paper chumps. Joshua's a paper chump. Ruiz done him, then he won it back off him, so that's your 2-time champion. And Dubois ended up with cast-offs from Usyk. Dubois and Joshua, Usyk filled them both in, filled Joshua in twice. They're fighting for Usyk's cast-offs, so you give him it. Oh. So if Joshua beats Dubois as a 3-time champ, Joshua won't beat Dubois. No. Dubois runs over him. So he's in better form. Who's Joshua fought since Usyk? Done him twice. We know. Franklin, he was crap. Elenius and Wallin, Joshua's sparring partners, and Ngannou in his second fight. Oh, Fury made Ngannou look world class, didn't he? Look, we all know what's going on, don't we? All right, they're trying to manufacture him to be a 3-time world champion, and then they'll market him like Ali and Holyfield and all them other guys. I think Holyfield's a 4-time champion. Eh? Look, this is how I look at it, right? This is how I look at it. Joshua's a spent force. They're just there to mop the crumbs up. All right. But Simon Jordan, a.k.a. Judge Jordan, you should be embarrassed, really, with a waffle you come out with. Absolute waffle! Anyway, getting back to Krusher and silent bans. Now, we all saw Victor Conte's tweet, didn't we, that went out? Look, it's the biggest farce ever, this, isn't it? This Krusher Ben thing. Isn't it, really? What are we, 25 months? since the first test and 23 and a half months since the second test. He's given 7 different stories. 7 different stories they've given. And in end, allegedly they're serving a silent ban. If not, why would all that investment in Krusher Benn not be being used? Why, in other words, why is Krusher Benn not active if they've got investment in him? He's parked up, isn't he? The guy's parked up. They give him a bit of spending money every now and then, get him out in America, get him on a small all show, give him a bit of pocket money. The border control in UK stood up to him, didn't they? He'll be back March 2025, like Terry Chappendama said. Till then, all you're going to hear is waffle. If they've signed a non-disclosure, UCAD, border control or whatever, and Krusher, nobody's going to get to hear about it, all the illegal issues. But I think the fans have got a right to know. I've been screaming about it ages. They're serving silent bans. I believe they are. If they're not, why don't they come out and do an interview? His best mate is Coogan, godfather to Ben's kid or something like that. They're close at mates, aren't they? Coogan. I know you, Coogan. We've met loads of times. Right, Coogan. Why are you not coming out on your IFL channel, putting a big post out? You know, like you do when Eddie rings you up and he goes, yeah, put a post out, Shaka Stevenson, Devon Haney in talks, or Stevenson, Cordina in talks, and you go, okay, Eddie, so why don't you put something out now on your social media that says, is Conor Benn serving a silent ban? Yes or no? Because you're that guy, aren't you, Coogan? You're the go-to guy. Pioneer, aren't you? You're telling everybody, I'm a pioneer. Maybe in UK, but why are you not doing that, Coogan? You've got the biggest channel in the country, YouTube. You and your big mate, Boxing King Media, PC Gully, why are you not coming out and saying this? Is Krusher Benn serving a silent ban? Is Dylan White? They're not active, are they? When fighters are not active, my spider sense tingles. You know, it tingles. Where's the B sample? That's all we want to know. It's not rocket science, is it? Eh? It's not rocket science. That's how I look at it. Now, you're not going to get to the bottom of it. You never get to the bottom of it with liars, do you? Once you tell a lie, you got to tell another, haven't you? Or you got to shut it down. Now, what they've done, they've shut it down now because they've chatted that much waffle. That they've tied everybody in knots. But all we want is an asterisk next to his name to say you were a doper. And once you've got that next to your name, what else you've done in sport, does it really matter? No. Unless you're heavyweights like Tyson Fury. He's got 3 issues with doping, hasn't he? A refusal, a nandrolone and a cocaine. Still ended up with 200 million, didn't he? It's the wild, wild west, isn't it? Hey? It's the wild, 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 wild west. Is Dylan White serving one? People are saying they are, allegedly, so let's see, but nobody's asking the questions. Normally, we can't get these people off social media, interview after interview after interview. It's rubbish. Are they serving silent bans? That's all we want to know. Conor Benn's been slotted in on it in really, really high rankings with governing bodies. How can that be? There's no area belt. There's no English title. No British title. There's no Commonwealth title. There's no European title. And there's no world title. So he hasn't got one of the 6 belts. You know, there's 6 levels. You know, when you start boxing, you look at the levels, you think, well, who's area level? Well, I could beat him. Who's English level? I could beat him. Who's Commonwealth level? I could beat him. Who's British level? Ooh, that'll be an hard one. So I'll have to consolidate lower and then climb the ladder. You climb the 6 levels, don't you? Well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? And getting to that 6th one, world level, isn't it? So Krusher, he's gone, woo! He's already highly ranked, but they're not screaming for a world title, are they? So he skipped all that because he don't need to go through levels like everybody else. You know, like Curtis Woodhouse and Clinton Woods and Frotch and all them lads. Josh Whale, Beefy Smith. All these kids that have boxed, you know, went from beginning. They've all had to go through levels to find their level, haven't they? Even Steffi Bull had an area title and Dave Caldwell. Everybody has to find the levels. Liam Cameron won a Commonwealth. These kids have had to start and go through levels and find where they are. If you don't go past area level, it doesn't matter. You found your level. Krusher skipped all that because his dad's called Nigel. And he just about swerved everybody as well, didn't he? He won't fight Michael none, would he? No, he left that for Crawford Ashley, didn't he? He didn't want to know Roy Jones. Clinton jumped in with Roy Jones, though, didn't he? Hey? So, that's how I look at it. So, all we want to know is serving silent bands, yes or no? Nobody's asking the question. So, that's how I look at it. Which brings me to that gym. That actual gym. We all know what gym we're on about, don't we? The Sims gym. Well, Spider Richards got beat there, didn't he? Ted Cheeseman got flogged. Ryder got flogged, didn't he? Felix Cash got flogged. Cordine has been flogged. And Krusher's not even fighting. So that gym's basically on its arsehole. If it ain't, who've they got? Who have they got? They've had it off though, haven't they? Sims was like, haven't they? But who's in that gym? Who's any good? Somebody tell me. Answers on a postcard. Pokey Corner at mail.com. Where's the B sample? Nobody's asking the question. Nobody dare ask. Why? Because you lose access, won't you? That's why. What's going to happen in this country with all these dopers? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, and I'm usually fucking right. Well, right about this one, won't I? What's going to happen is this. Touch wood, it doesn't happen. We're going to end up with a dead body on the slab. We are. That's where it's heading. Have we already had one on slab, or has somebody had a bad injury and they've hid it, these tests? It's what we don't know, innit? You know, we've heard all that waffle from Eddie Hills for 2 years about Krusher Benn. We don't hear no now, do we? You know, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But what can you do? What can you do? Which brings me to other bad taste that leaves in my mouth. Sam Jones. Sam Jones. For 5 years, this man has been boxing's biggest mole. Yeah, he's a mole. He's forever giving it the, can I speak to Andy Ayling? Yeah, so-and-so and so-and-so said so-and-so about you. Is that Spotty Frank at Matchroom? Yeah, so-and-so and so-and-so said this about you. That's Sam Jones for you. Look, Johnny Fisher's new manager, isn't he? Sam Jones. Well, a manager overrules a promoter in boxing in the UK. Did you know that? So let's say, for instance, Sam Jones brings Eddie up. Is that Eddie? It's Sam Jones. We're going to work with Lou DeBella because I'm managing Johnny. All right, Eddie, see you later. Is Sam Jones going to do that? No, he ain't. This is what's going to happen. Spotty Frank's going to ring him and go, Sam, yeah, this is the fight. This is the money. Take it or leave it. That's what happens. So why do you need a manager, Johnny Fisher? Hey, manage yourself. You can manage yourself once you've been going 3 years. You don't need him. What's he going to do for you? Well, what did he do for Joe Joyce? What did he do for Florian Marco? Silence. Sam Jones. There's a seat on here for you anytime you want. I've got some questions here. The Sam Jones files. I've got it in here somewhere. Oh, here we are. Oh, I've only got 3 wrote down for you, Sam, but that's enough for you to shit your pants if I ask you them 3. You won't come on here. Yeah, let's go, let's go. You were giving it in that email. Sam, you daren't come on here because I will put it on you. And you'll be like that. Oh, you're a human monitor lizard. Rinse your mouth out with TCP. Forget water. You need TCP, kid, you, for where you've been putting your tongue. Sam Jones managing Johnny Bosch. Jesus. You seriously think he needs a manager? He's not going to fight anybody, is he, with a heartbeat? All they're going to do with him is prop shows because he does tickets. He does tickets, doesn't he? All they're going to do is prop the shows up. We're not going to put him near danger. Derek Chisora would wipe floor him. Do you know what? I think Dave Allen wipes him out, you know. I think Dave Allen and on it wipes Johnny Fisher out, but he can't get fit, can he? He's talking a good game. Talking a lot of baloney. Gonna do wonders, all they do is sit on cucumbers. It is what it is, isn't it? But I don't know what's going on. But these silent bans are starting to annoy me. Absolutely annoy me. Absolutely annoy me. But what can you do? What can you do? But like I said, it's boxing, isn't it? You know, can you imagine Sam Jones having to deal with them? He's going to end up fat as a pig like Frank Spotty Smith, isn't he? All that Chinese food on offer. Eh? Oh. Chinese food, pizzas and kebabs. The kiss of death. Kiss of death? You think I'm joking? I don't joke about food because I used to be the biggest pig in town. I used to sit down to 3 curries back in the day. Yeah, 3 curries. No messing. Not a free one. I used to pay for it, but free, one after the other. I could never decide if I wanted Vindaloo, a mild one, or a Charles Fraser. So my mate used to say, well, why don't you just have all 3, Pete? And I went, do you know what? I never thought of that. I'll have all 3. So make that 3 and make that 3 garlic breads. Naan breads. But now naan breads kiss of death as well. So it is what it is. You've got to look after yourself, haven't you? My body's a temple. But Sam Jones, you're fucking annoying me. You're getting like that Dev Sarni. Could you imagine being stuck on an aeroplane? You've got Dev Sarni there and Sam Jones, eh? You'd have to go steady, wouldn't you? Because they'd be trying to do a reach around on me, wouldn't they, them? Eh? They're a bit fruity, I've heard them too. But it is what it is, isn't it, Sam? It is what it is. So, Sam Jones managing Elmer Fudd. Oh, that's going to end in disaster, isn't it? Oh, my God. I'll give it 6 months. Pop, pop, bang. But that's about it, really. Oh, hang on a minute. You're a big t-shirt. Sweating off here. Sticking to me, it's that off. So, but big shout out to this one. Gary's company, Welcome Estates. They're doing boxers in need. So appeal, whatever you put in Gary matches, so you pay £1 a month. Gary matches it. That's about that. So he's put thousands in already, hasn't he? So it's a good scheme. Nobody's helping boxers, are they, in this country? Only Welcome Estates. And go have a look at Chadderton Boxing Club. What he's spent on that place, saved it. I know he's from that area, isn't he? But he's a good guy, Gary. So all right. So that's about it, really. A big shout out to our other sister channel, Porkers International. I think there's about 17 or 18 videos on there now. I've just done the Jeff Hines interview. Jeff can't talk about his court case at High Court where he's suing the British Boxing Board of Control. But legally, when he can, he'll be coming on Porky's Corner to say his bit. And I will have my day. All right? I always told you I would, didn't I, with them, didn't I? I always told you. But I will finish on this, right? Robert Smith, Roberto. You've been head of British Boxing Board of Control now for how long? 17 years? 17 years. I want to know what you're going to give yourself a mark out of 10 for your performance at the helm of the ship. That's all I want to know. Every time I see you, I ask you, don't I? And you swear at me, don't you? Yeah, I think it's... I said, what are you laughing at? Why do you think it's so funny? Like, do you see me laughing, Robert Smith? You see me laughing? Because I want to know what's happening with Gary Sykes' belt. Gary Sykes won a British title outright and you robbed him by a clerical error that you lot made, saying that Carl Johansson went to a mandatory or a voluntary or whatever it were, and he were a lot better than the guy who should have fought him. He said, no, that one don't count. What? He defended his belt at that weight, so it should have counted. So who's at fault? That's what we want to know. Where's Gary Sykes' belt? Roberto Smith. That's all I want to know. All right. Or I might have to start putting more billboards up. But you're not bothered about that. You probably love it, don't you? You lot down there. Where's Gary Sykes in belt? Hey? So your marker for 17 years at the board, Roberto Smith, 0, son. Absolute 0. All right? In 0, mate. So that's about it, really. 7:45. All right, what day is it today? Is it Wednesday today, isn't it? Wednesday. No, Tuesday. 7:45 on a Tuesday. So, okay, better get gone. That's about it, really. I will return next week. I'm off home, Sutton Coldfield, 75-mile drive. So, peace out. Thanks for liking and subscribing. And leaving a comment. I'll be back Monday where I've got Richard coming to see me. Tuesday, I've got John from Welcome Estates and Nick coming from Rotherham. How you doing, Nick? Hope you're well. And then Wednesday back down here again. It works for me. I miss South Yorkshire though. I miss the people around here. I miss them next door. Trying to sell me sheds every day. I'm a sod, aren't I? Well, thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. When you're coming on, Kent, you've got 2 links there. Get in touch with me. All right, and you, Jerry. Chris Burns, what you doing? Come on. Ship shape up. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. As for you, Krusher Ben. You know you've cheated, Krusher, don't you? Can't bring yourself to admit it, can you? Why don't you unburden yourself, Crush? Come on, poke his corner, unburden yourself. You know you cheated, son. You know you did it. Go, peace out. Booyaka!